as part of the rituals, he was ordained and tasked to do or perform one act. Of all of the acts, I think this one was the one that really was difficult for him to do, but it really touched the heart and pierced the heart, because he was ordered to sacrifice his son Ismail.
Yes.
Right? He was ordered to sacrifice his son Ismail. Now, upon which he had no qualms whatsoever. And he said, this is what I have to do. He explained it to his son, and his son very sincerely said, look, if'al ma, do whatever was ordained onto you. So whatever that is the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then do. So in essence, this is a major, major sacrifice that Prophet Ibrahim was willing to make. And because of his willingness to make this sacrifice, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replaced his son with a sheep or a goat or a certain type of animal. And that's what we know today in the Hajj rituals as a sacrifice. Now, relating this back to today, in this day and age, we have many sacrifices that we make in this life. Of course, when we look at, for example, what we see in the Middle East, for example, or in certain parts of Asia, there's a lot of sacrifice that we make in terms of being able to give back to those that are in need. There is struggle out there in this world. But even within this struggle, everyone out there who is struggling have a complete submission to Allah's will. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's will. And that's what we want to also replicate. The same way that anyone who is in a poverty-stricken land has full submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we also want to have that full submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have sacrifices that we make on a daily basis. One of those sacrifices, let's be honest, is financial. Okay, there is spare income that we can put to the side and sacrifice in order to help those that are in need. And that is the Qurbani project that we are fundraising for. So, in essence, as I mentioned, let me give you a schedule of today. But before I do that, if you want to get in touch, okay? Or if you know what, I'm inspired and I want to donate, right? There are different campaigns. Muhsin, take it away.
So tonight we are raising funds for the Qurbani campaign. Now, as you are well aware that many countries and many of our brothers and sisters are suffering from hunger, are suffering from poverty, cannot afford to, simple basic foods, whether it's rice, flour, especially meat. It being the Hajj season, and as you said, today is the first of Dhul Hijja, we are celebrated. As it is the Hajj season and during Eid al-Adha, it's all about meat, let's be real. It is a time where a lot of us get together and we give meat to one another. We have constructed the Qurbani campaign where we'll be giving either small meat packages, or you can donate towards a whole sheep, goat being sacrificed. Now, we are going to be distributing these meat packages in Syria, Shaam, Damascus, also in the holy city of Karbala.
Shaam.
Also, if you would like to donate towards a whole sheep or a whole goat, we're doing it in Afghanistan, we're doing it in Iraq, Karbala, and also in Africa.
Right.
So,
here we are.
The main thing is the prices. How much are we charging?
Yes.
Well, we're not charging anything, but you can donate, and this is what we're asking for. £190 for a whole sheep, I believe it is. Yes, a whole sheep in Karbala. And then £110 for a whole sheep in Afghanistan. And £30 for a whole goat in Africa. So brothers and sisters, £190 for a whole sheep in Karbala, £110 for a whole sheep in Afghanistan, and £30 for a whole goat in Africa. And donating towards sacrificing a goat, people do this on the regular anyway. Some people, they do it as sadaqah. Sometimes they do it for, to remove calamities. They do it for, to increase 515-0199 if you want to get through to the studio. 0203-515-1122 to get through to the charity office. And inshallah, you can make a donation to change, inshallah, your destiny, inshallah, and to have a better future.
We, ladies and gentlemen, are live from London. Now, earlier today, around 3 o'clock UK time, we announced a competition. And the competition was to win a jewelry set, not a jewelry set, but it's basically a ring, a Dhul Najaf ring.
Do we have it?
We do have it somewhere, but anyway, we'll find it. So the way to enter this, the competition is now closed. Okay, the way to enter this competition was you needed to answer all 10 questions right on the Instagram story, as well as tag your friends and follow Imam Hussein Charity, tag your friends in that post. We can reveal for those eagerly waiting, those who tagged and those who shared and those who took part in the quiz, we can reveal the winner of today's Qurbani competition. That was the Instagram competition. Okay, the winner is, drum roll, a dear friend of mine. He is a brother to me. I serve alongside him.
You know this person
all the time. Of course I know this person, because the winner is the poet Al-Hajj Haidar Qazzaz. Hajj Haidar Qazzaz.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa Muhammad. Hajj Haidar, it gives me absolute pleasure, Hajj Haidar, to mention that you are the winner for today's competition in, mashallah, answering all of those 10 questions correctly and tagging your friends and following Imam Hussein Charity. Well done to you. Thank you very much for taking part. So that competition is closed, okay? But there are more fun and games, if we're allowed to say it, but there are more exciting times. Before we introduce the lovely Sayyid, we're going to go to a very, very short break, and inshallah we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Represents the devotion of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, who was ready to sacrifice his beloved son for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the reward and blessings they both received from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a result of their submission. The essence of Qurbani is to reaffirm that we must completely subject our home. If we sacrifice what is most dear to us for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just to be closer to Him, we are fulfilling our duty as faithful Muslims. For destitute families, meat is an unaffordable luxury, and so it is a joyous occasion, passion and sympathy. By donating to Imam Hussein's charity Qurbani campaign, you are providing these families with a chance to celebrate Eid with the rest of us. Don't miss out on a multiple rewards on Eid al-Adha. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all our Qurbanis and make them a means to draw closer to Him. Ameen. Act now and donate at www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Welcome back to Imam Hussein Charity's special fundraising show in honor of the month of Dhul Hijja. We are promoting the Qurbani campaign, the Qurbani campaign. Now, this campaign specifically is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, because it is our duty to give back to those brothers and sisters that are in need, especially in this time of year. The heat is unbearable. Shelter is not available. Water is scarce. Safety is, you can't get safety sometimes, especially in war-torn countries. But every donation counts, and your support matters, because together we can bring smiles back to the faces of those young orphans, those young people, those young children who we want to give a smile to, okay? Who find smiles very hard to come by. However, with your support, with your donations, with your generous contributions, we are able to bring smiles back onto the faces of these young children, especially in such a blessed month.
Performed Hajj once in his life.
Yeah.
And then him on his way back to Hajj, from Hajj going back to Medina, stops in a place called Ghadir Khum and gives his famous sermon. And that's obviously another event that we celebrate, another Eid that we have. So there's a lot of links towards Hajj, and there's a lot of links to Mecca, and especially you mentioning Prophet Ibrahim as well. The rituals that we perform during Hajj time are taken from the story of Ibrahim, Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Ismail, especially the running between Safa and Marwa. Is of the mother of Prophet Ismail, Sarah, right? Looking for water. And then, the Prophet Ismail hitting his heel, and the Zamzam water coming out, which is found in Mecca as well. So
in any case, Hajj Mohsin, we want to bring it back to the campaign. Brothers and sisters, this isn't a show, this isn't a talk show, it is an informative show. We want to tell you about Hajj, but at the same time, we really, really would love to get your contribution and your help. The details are all on your screen. If you want to make a sacrifice, by donating in terms of the £20, the £190, or any kind of donation that you want to pledge towards these special campaigns, then do please get in touch. It's very, very simple. You can either go through the phone or the WhatsApp, or you can do the QR code. Let's do the whole finger thing.
Oh, I totally missed it. I didn't mean hard.
No, it's there.
There,
Yeah, it's there. Yeah. Cool.
No,
Now, moving on, we're going to welcome onto the stage His Eminence, the lovely Sayyid Ali Al-Nawwab, onto the stage, inshallah. And we'd love to welcome him with a loud salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
I'm very well,
It's good to join you both back on the stage.
The lovely Sayyid, always smiling, very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
How are you,
Beauty
Sayyid?
is your beauty.
La.
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, not bad. Not bad.
Alhamdulillah,
Good to
Rabbil
see you,
Alameen.
Sayyid.
Good to see
Sayyid.
you.
No, I think you're here
MashaAllah,
for
look at the smile.
I think you're here for a specific reason, Sayyid.
I hope so.
You have you have a clipboard and there's something going on.
Yes.
Yeah, there's something going on.
Yeah.
That you apparently are going to be challenging us.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Okay. But before we do, we'd love to.
Later on in the show.
Yeah, we'd love to gain from your very, very valuable knowledge. And so, Dhul Hijja, as we mentioned, there's a lot of sacrifice. There are certain rituals that, there's the Hajj pilgrimage that happens itself. Can you give us just a bit of wisdom behind the Dhul Hijja itself and the Hajj season?
أحسنتم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى أبد الآبدين. First of all, I would like to congratulate to my dear brothers and sisters, the viewers of Imam Hussein TV, and to you both, the arrival of the holy month of Dhul Hijja, which is one of the most sacred months.
Yes.
When I say sacred, it's one of the Ashhur al-Hurum. And it is in this month that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prescribed the act of worship, which is the Hajj, the pilgrimage. And as you said, you mentioned moments ago, that the majority of the rituals of Hajj were as a result of certain important figures, revered figures in Islam and in other religions, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala embedded those actions inside the religion of Islam to show people the status of these individuals, i.e. the Prophet of Allah, Prophet Ibrahim, alayhi wa ala nabina wa alihi wa alayhi salam, and his son, Prophet Ismail, ala nabina wa alihi wa alayhi salam. Now here, everyone knows, everyone is familiar with the process that Prophet Ibrahim went with his newborn child and his wife Sarah coming from
Syria at that time, North Syria?
From
Palestine?
that region of that region to coming towards Mecca by the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders Prophet Ibrahim to leave his wife. Again, another challenge, another sacrifice. See, prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lead us and teach us how we should sacrifice and how we should remain patient, because the majority of the amal of Hajj requires patience and sabr. So here, through this sacrifice we learn sabr, through this sacrifice we learn patience and how to be patient in the difficulties of life, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards us, inshallah. So the amal of Hajj, basically going, wearing your ihram, from the mawaqit, from the location set outside the city of Mecca, i.e. Masjid al-Shajara, which is mainly used by the people traveling from Medina towards the holy city of Mecca. They wear their ihram. In the state of ihram, they do talbiyah, saying labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda, until so on. Until they enter the city of Mecca in the state of ihram, then they have to go do Hajj tamattu'. They go to do the tawaf around the Kaaba, and then they do the sa'i between Safa and Marwa, and do the rak'atayn at-tawaf, and then they take off their ihram. And then after a few days, the a'mal of Hajj starts. So the a'mal of Hajj doesn't start straight away when they enter. They enter before but they have to be in Mecca on the set day that the a'mal of Hajj starts. The narrations narrate that Hajj is Arafah. So they have to be in Arafah on the 9th of Dhul Hijjah For the Hajj ritual starts from Arafah, when they go under the tents or they stay in the tents from the afternoon until Salat al-Maghrib, and then they make their way from Arafat to Al-Mash'ar al-Haram.
Okay.
They stay overnight until sunrise. They make their way to Mina.
Mina. That was it.
Mina.
Yeah, they make
So
their way.
Masjid Shajara, Masjid al-what?
Masjid al-Shajara is the one of the
You
mawaqif.
said just before Mina is...
Al-Mash'ar al-Haram is the
isn't
plain
that
desert.
Isn't that Muzdalifah?
Muzdalifah, where they take the pebbles.
Yes, the pebbles, yes.
Yeah, from the mountains there of Muzdalifah, and then they stay over. They go to Mina the next day. They do the Rami al-Jamarat. After Rami al-Jamarat, they make their way to wait until the dhabh has the sacrifice of the Qurbani in their name has been made. They receive the notification that your Qurbani has been made. Then you can go and do taqsir.
Yeah.
And then
Shave off the head.
go back to the hotel and rest.
And rest.
And
There's
then
a tawaf, isn't there, after that? Or are we done for
the tawaf is then when you go and do your mabit and then do tawaf after that. There is an other a'mal
yes,
after you take off your ihram and then continue the a'mal of Hajj.
Sayyid, beautiful. We're going to pause on that note because we have a caller on the line. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, you there?
Assalamu alaikum, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Can I get your name and where you're calling from, please?
Hi, my name's Zahra and I'm calling from Manchester.
Oh, Zahra from Manchester. It's a pleasure to have you on the line. Can I ask why you've called in today?
Inshallah, I'm looking to donate.
Brilliant.
And how much are you going to be donating?
Inshallah, I'm getting a sheep.
Ooh,
Fantastic.
Allahumma salli ala
Muhammad.
Muhammad. Can I ask why you know, what caused you to call in and donate, Sister Zahra?
Yeah, so I was watching the videos that you guys were showing about, you know, the poor people in Iraq that would need the help, and I would just love to do as little as I can.
Fantastic,
Fair
fantastic,
enough.
brilliant. Thank you very, very, very much, Zahra from Manchester, for your call and for your contribution and the reason why you called in as well. And hopefully that's an inspiration to you viewers at home to get on the phone, give us a call, tell us why you're donating, and inspire more people to, inshallah, donate and contribute. It's fantastic to hear from you. Thank you very, very much. Sayyidina, we're going now. So you've just explained the Hajj, which is fantastic. How do we now relate this back to the challenge that you have for us?
Ahsan. So, as this is a Qurbani campaign, let's just briefly explain the Qurbani facts in the Holy Quran.
Okay.
And why we do Qurbani and why the Hujjaj, one of the most important pillars of their Hajj, if they don't do Qurbani, then they won't be able to do taqsir and take off their ihram. Qurbani basically in the Holy Quran has been mentioned as the word budun.
Okay.
والبدن جعلناها لكم من شعائر الله لكم فيها خير. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about the budun. Here budun, the commentators of this verse come and say that the budun is referring to the camels, because in the olden days they used to take camels with them to sacrifice. And then the rituals of Islam developed, and they said, okay, you can sacrifice sheep, you can sacrifice cow, according to how financially you are well off. But here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala links this camel or this cow or this sheep that you're sacrificing as a result of you doing Hajj, which is obeying Allah's orders, to being sha'airillah. There is this famous verse that when we read and recite, it reminds us of the holy month of Muharram. Why? Because we link this to Imam Hussein alayhi salam. ذَلِكَ وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. Those who glorify, uphold, revive the signs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that comes from the piety of the heart. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that this budun, this camel, this animal, because it's been linked to the sha'air of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's a holy thing that you need to revive, uphold. And then Allah continues in this verse in Surah Al-Hajj, verse 36. He says that فيها لكم خير. لكم فيها خير, rather. لكم, for you, there is good deeds. There is good rewards. خير. So, brothers and sisters, don't think that only those who are in Mecca or those who are going to Hajj and are around those holy sites, they are the only ones that are going to need to do sacrifice and Qurbani.
Right.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Quran says, general, all Muslims, when you do sacrifice, لَكُمْ فِيهَا خَيْرٌ. So there is great reward.
Absolutely.
For those who are in Mecca and those who are outside Mecca. Of course, it's wajib for them to do in Mecca, but for those outside Mecca who are not in Hajj, is mustahab. And this mustahab act, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you in this life before the hereafter.
MashaAllah.
So here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, when you, brother or sister, dig deep in your pocket and take out that 30 pounds or that 110 pounds towards a Qurbani, towards a sheep in Karbala, or in Afghanistan, or in other parts like
Shaam.
Africa, Shaam. That poor person, that family who is going to sit down on that banquet and eat, maybe it's been a year or so that they haven't enjoyed a nice meal with meat, with some lamb inside. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I will open the doors of blessings upon you and your family.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we learn many lessons. One of the lessons we learn from the life of Ahlul Bayt alayhum as-salam, Rasulullah and Amir al-Mu'mineen specifically, is that they were able to eat meat frequently.
Yes.
Yes, but they refrained. They kept it only once a year.
Okay.
MashaAllah.
Once a year, on the Eid of Adha, when they knew 100% that every single Muslim
Is going to eat.
is going to get a piece of meat, then they would eat as well.
Fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers, you can follow in the footsteps of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam by providing that donation, that contribution, by providing a nutritious meal to those that are in need, because the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam did so, Sayyidina. So, I just want to move a bit, move on in terms of the challenge that you have for us.
Are you ready?
Should I go on that side?
Yes.
It's up to you. You can stay here.
I can see your
It's not.
Oh, is it?
So I'll
Yeah,
move over
but you don't know what I'm going to say. I could change.
Oh, is it really?
Okay,
Oh,
all right, here
okay.
we go.
So, brothers and sisters, I'm going to mention a set of names of different types of animals.
Okay.
And inshallah, it's up to my brother Mullah Ali and my brother Sayyid Muhsin. And inshallah, those at home, they can also think about the answers and the questions.
Yep.
And inshallah, you can answer so we can increase our knowledge.
Inshallah.
And inshallah, have a bit of a jurisprudence lesson here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
A
so
bit nervous.
So which ones are...
I'm gonna mention a name of a
Of a-
specific animal, and it's up to you to say, first of all, if it's halal or haram to eat,
Yeah.
and then if, after mentioning if it's halal or haram, if it's a Qurbani.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if it's haram, it's not going
It's
to be
not gonna be
Qurbani.
Qurbani.
But,
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
So there's certain halal animals which we can't do Qurbani on.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Ah.
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
Qurbani, as I
Interesting.
mentioned, if you
Here we go.
followed from the beginning, I did mention names
Yeah.
of 3 animals
Indeed.
that you
Yeah.
could do Qurbani with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the first animal,
It's to who? Me or him? Me or Said?
to you, Mullah Ali.
Okay. Go.
Donkey.
Zian. Donkey is...
Is it halal or haram?
halal.
It's halal.
It's halal.
It's halal, but
Mashallah.
it's makruh.
It's makruh,
Ah.
It's
yes.
halal,
halal.
but there is karaha.
Yeah.
Okay.
يعني don't do it.
Yeah.
It's better not to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
يعني divert to something else,
So
which is
definitely not Qurbani then.
definitely not
100% not Qurbani.
100% not Qurbani.
Okay.
So you were right there.
All right.
Okay, Sayyid Muhsin,
Now I'm saying that.
a zebra.
A zebra.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, zebra. Horse family, vegetarian. Oh, is it halal or haram?
I think I know this one.
Zebra.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with halal because it's
Again, it's from
follows
the
some of
same.
the-
It's from the same ancestors.
yeah.
It's halal, but
Makruh,
makruh,
yeah.
and definitely not a Qurbani.
Qurbani, yeah.
Back to you,
He
Mullah
needs to
Ali.
say it, by the way. Yeah? He needs to say definitely not a Qurbani.
Definitely not a
Okay.
Qurbani. Okay, camel, Mullah Ali.
Oh, come on.
Camel
Well, that's a joke.
is halal.
It's halal.
It's halal. Now, I'm not sure if it's a Qurbani or not.
Yes, what?
It's not a Qurbani.
Yeah, what?
It definitely shows.
It's in the Quran, bro.
Oh, is it? Oh, no, that's what I
They
meant.
used to bring him. He said,
It definitely shows Mullah Ali was thinking about the.
Yeah, it's a Qurbani, it's a Qurbani.
So the camel, the budun in the Holy
Oh, the
Quran.
Buddha, that's what he was
Yeah,
saying.
Al-Jamal is definitely halal and is one of the top ranked animals that you can use to sacrifice in Qurbani.
Wow.
And there are people.
So not only is it a Qurbani, but it's one of the top ranked Qurbani.
Is one of the most mustahab animals to do Qurbani with.
I got that really
and
wrong.
we have in parts of.
Wait, isn't there a forfeit sign if you get it wrong?
Okay, let's pause this because we've got a phone call. 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Hi. I'm just calling because I wanted to say I really appreciate your charity, and I think it's amazing what you do. And I would like to. To donate £20.
1 second, sister. 1 second. Let's just take a step back. Let's take a step back. Can I get your name and where you're calling from, please, if you want to answer that?
I can tell you my name. Yeah, my name's Lena.
Layla.
Lena.
Lena.
Okay, Lena.
Mashallah.
You don't want to say where you're calling from?
London.
I'm calling from London. Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
fantastic.
fantastic,
Lena,
lovely.
really, really appreciate it. Can you repeat what you said the moment that you said hi, but a bit slower?
Yeah, sorry about that. I was just saying, I think your business is your charity. Sorry.
Yeah.
Your charity is really.
Yeah, this
Your
is not a
charity
business.
is really commendable, and I think what you're doing is amazing. And I would like to donate £20 to any country that is most in need. Wherever you
Lena, thank you
Of
very, very
course.
much for your contribution. Can
Thank
I
you.
ask, what caused you to pick up the phone and call?
To be honest, I just thought it's so commendable what you do. And,
Okay.
I've always appreciated charities like this that help people in need, and I want to be able to make a difference. as well.
Fantastic. Inshallah, your
Inshallah, you will.
donation made a
Thank you.
difference,
Thank you so much.
especially to the inspired viewers at home with Lena's contribution. Thank you very much, Lena. Inshallah, all the best with
I
you.
congratulate the sister, Lena.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you.
Cool, bye.
It's very kind of her when she calls in and she says, I want to contribute set amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean, thinking of our own daily lives, I mean, here in the UK, outside the UK, in the other parts of the world, when we go ourselves, and sometimes you by yourself, you go to the restaurant, you know, you're feeling hungry, take your family, you might be spending more than 20 or 30 pounds per person, per head, on some of the meals. And we're talking about 30 pounds that could slaughter or sacrifice a whole goat in Africa, could feed more than a family, more, like 2 or 3 families, by only giving 30 pounds. That 30 pounds that you go out, have a burger and some chips and some drinks, for example. So here, I do encourage my dear brothers and sisters to continue, inshallah, in this great work, in the footsteps of Sister Lena.
Fantastic. So on that note, we're going to go to a very short break, and then we're going to come back. Right now, it's 1-1, because I got the first one, right? Okay. And now it's Sayyid Muhsin's turn to go 2-1 ahead of me.
Inshallah.
Okay? So we're going to go to a short break, and inshallah, we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Our Qurbani represents the devotion of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, who was ready to sacrifice his beloved son for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the reward and blessings they both received from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a result of their submission. The essence of Qurbani is to reaffirm that we must completely submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether it be our wealth, our time, our work, or our home. If we sacrifice what is most dear to us for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just to be closer to Him, we are fulfilling our duty as faithful Muslims. For destitute families, meat is an unaffordable luxury, and so it is a joyous occasion when they can enjoy a Qurbani meal. Your Qurbani is a gesture of kindness, compassion, and sympathy. By donating to Imam Hussein's Charity Qurbani campaign, you are providing these families with a chance to celebrate Eid with the rest of us. Don't miss out on a multiple rewards on Eid al-Adha. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all our Qurbanis and make them a means to draw closer to Him. Ameen. Act now and donate at
Why'd you call me?
www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Welcome back to Imam Hussein Charity's Qurbani Dhul Hijja special fundraising program. Myself and Sayyid Muhsin is with me as well. Sayyid Muhsin, say salam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Just in case you've joined us, we are fundraising for a very, very important cause today, and that is providing nutritious meals to those in need in Shaam, in Karbala, in Africa. And Sayyid Ali al-Nawab, who's also with us. So, salam alaikum, Sayyidina.
Salam alaikum, habibi.
He mentioned something massively important, and that is just a small contribution. Literally, just £30 can pay for a whole goat to be given to those that are in need. A goat can feed many, many people, Sayyid.
Yeah.
We've seen it before in restaurants. A goat can feed many people. So,
Seen it at weddings.
Yeah.
you know, right?
Yeah.
So,
100, 200 people.
on that note, we are calling on the dear friends and family and those viewers at home. We're calling on your generosity to hopefully spare what little change that you have, because genuinely, any small change, even if it's small, it makes a massive, massive difference to the lives of those people that are in need. Now, if you were joined, or if you were with us before the break, we had Sayyid Ali quizzing myself and Sayyid Muhsin on which animals are halal to eat, haram to eat, and which ones, if they are halal to eat, are qurbani or not. At the moment, it is 1-1, but it's Sayyid Muhsin's chance to go
Take the lead.
Take the lead, basically, because I got the question of the camel horribly wrong. It is halal to eat, but it's number 1 on the list of the qurbani's mustahab, recommended to do.
And one fact about the camel qurbani, which is that Islamically, it has to have passed the 5 years of age.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
you cannot slaughter or sacrifice a camel as a qurbani if it's less than 5 years of age. So it has to have completed 5 years and entered the 6th year for it to be eligible to be sacrificed as a qurbani.
Okay, fantastic.
So that is a fact for the brothers and sisters. Okay, the next animal is a bird of prey,
haram.
a hawk.
Haram. You said bird of prey. Haram.
Yeah, it's haram.
You gave it away.
It's haram.
As soon as you say bird of prey, that's it, it's gone.
It's haram, and definitely you won't be able to.
On that note, I was reading something the other day on I don't know why I was reading about which animals are halal and which animals are haram, but it was anyway.
So it's good to study Islamic fiqh.
Yeah. And quite interestingly, those birds, correct me if I'm wrong, Sayyid, those birds that glide longer than they flap are considered haram.
So one of
That's
the
one
ways,
of the conditions.
One of the ways, if you want to distinguish whether this bird, you can see a bird flying and you want to hunt it down. You want to know before hunting it down if it's halal or haram. One of the conditions is to see how it's flying.
Yeah.
If it's gliding like a glider or like an airplane or an eagle, then it's haram. But if it's flapping its wings,
and also if it's got talons.
Yes, if it's got this
birds of
claws, then it's haram. Ahsant, Mullah Ali, for pointing that out. See, I should give you 1 point for that effect. Okay, Mullah Ali.
Yes.
The next animal, lobster.
Haram, not qurbani. Straight up, no long thing. Haram, no qurbani.
Some of the brothers and sisters may know individuals who go to the restaurants and
the lobster
would have lobster for.
So can we have an explanation?
Because it's one of the specific animals that have been specifically in the books of jurisprudence been mentioned that it's not one of the consumable fishes that one can eat.
It's a shellfish.
It needs to be one of those fish with scales.
And the exception is prawns.
Exception is prawns. Ahsant. So, Sayyid Muhsin.
Yes, Sayyid Ali. Easy one, please.
The lamb.
Oh, come on. Halal and qurbani.
Halal, and you can use it as a qurbani. And here in lamb, there is again, like there is an age limit for the camel, there is an age limit for the lamb, which is 7 months and older. So it has to be.
Well, why would the age limits? Do you know?
Baby.
I think it's to do with the size and
fair enough. That makes sense. There's no point giving a skinny lamb, is there?
So they have to have reached a certain weight, certain limit of age. Okay, cow. Mullah Ali, cow.
Cow is halal and a Qurbani.
Ahsan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So cow again, if you are not interested in donating for a camel,
Yeah.
and you say, oh, okay, I want to donate for a cow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, again, cow is one of the methods you can give away as a qurbani.
I want to mention that in Pakistan, it is the most common Qurbani in the whole of the
Really?
country. Cow. Everyone goes to the cow market
Yes.
during these days.
Yes.
And then there's a big barbecue after.
Ahsan.
Fantastic.
Ahsan. So there are different methods of cooking. You know, you can
Yeah.
use it as barbecue, as a stew. Again, there is an age limit.
Okay.
Cow.
You see, for these qurbanis, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the books of jurisprudence has set an age limit. Now here, for the cows and the goat, they share this age limit because goat is different than sheep. So cow and goat, they have to have passed 2 years of age.
Okay.
Okay.
So cow and goat, 2 years of
years.
age, and sheep more than
Fantastic.
7 months.
And of course, on the campaigns, we do have the ability to sacrifice a goat or a sheep
Yep.
as part of the Qurbani.
Ahsantum. So here, that concludes our
Conclude.
quiz. I think it's a draw.
It's a draw.
It's a draw between the
Beg to
Mullah-
differ. But
No,
okay.
it's a draw, it's a
okay.
draw.
It's all right.
Let's say
okay.
it's a draw.
Okay.
It's a draw
Yes.
between. Okay, if I ask,
This bonus
it's
one.
outside this table that I've been given.
Yeah, a bonus one.
Okay, the question says, first
this for-
answer.
is it-
First answer.
Oh,
So whoever
okay.
puts
First
the
person
hand,
to
All right,
answer.
whoever puts the hand
No,
first.
just show it. I think.
If a wild animal,
Uh-huh.
if a wild animal that is halal in nature cannot run away, basically, if you're hunting, you're out hunting a wild animal, and it cannot run away. For example, if it's a baby deer
Okay.
or is rendered helpless at some stage, it
Yeah.
breaks a leg or a wing or something, and it
Ah.
can't run away. Is this animal still halal to
No.
eat if hunted?
No.
Ahsant.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
if,
it.
I was
if,
still thinking.
if
Yes,
it's
yes or
halal
no?
for you to hunt
I
normally
went for it. Yes or
in
no?
natural circumstances, if it's able to run away
Get
and
away.
save itself.
Like a fair
But
match.
Yeah, so once it's got a broken leg or if it's trapped
It's injured.
somewhere or if it's a wing, for example, is injured and it
becomes
can,
haram.
even if you kill it, it becomes haram
Wow.
for you to eat. So that is...
Is this before the hunting session begins? For example, what if the animal got wounded while it was being chased?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're allowed dogs as well. The dogs bit it.
no, that is fine.
Ah.
That is fine.
You're using
Yeah,
an instrument to be able to hunt.
Yeah, no, that is fine because the animal, the prey, was still in good health
Okay.
when you started initiating the
Right.
hunting process. Question number 2.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Is it halal to eat insects?
No.
Oh, according to the Jafri
Unless it's
fiqh-
one. Unless it's one.
According to the Jafri
It's
fiqh,
There
not-
is an exception.
There was one
it's grass,
exception.
I think it's grasshoppers.
Grasshopper.
Yeah.
Is it gra-
Yes.
Yeah,
Grasshopper?
grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Grass.
Yeah,
They-
there are.
In the middle, in Iraq, I think they eat a
Yeah,
lot.
grasshoppers.
Yeah.
But all insects but one.
All insects but one,
yeah.
and that
grasshopper.
insect has to be alive. The insect, the
Should not allow-
grasshopper,
You eat it
has
alive?
to be
Has to be alive.
Once caught,
Oh.
once hunted,
Okay, okay.
once hunted.
Oh, you mean if you find it on
Oh,
the,
you
you
got
can't
me,
step on it.
Okay, question number 3. What is the ruling on fish being halal? You just mentioned it.
Okay, it
Scales.
has to be alive. Fish with scales,
Scales.
has to be alive when it was in the water.
Yeah, it has to be alive when it's in the water,
Yeah.
and it has to die
Outside.
outside the water,
And
and it has to
scales.
have
Yes,
scales.
scales,
Yes.
That is very important because there are lots of fish that don't have scale. And
Shark.
yeah, ahsan.
example.
Question number 4.
Hey.
Is it permissible to eat rabbits?
No.
Why not?
They're fast.
We love Bugs Bunny.
They're hard to catch.
We love Bugs Bunny.
no, it's what is it? No, because they're vegetarian. The thing, what is it? I'm not sure. I know it's haram. You can't eat it.
Yeah, there is
Why-
a
why?
specific ruling because it's called the thadeen, or the animals that do go through the one of the reasons is because they do go through the monthly cycle.
Quite often.
Yeah, quite often.
Oh,
So
is it?
yeah,
I did not know
There's
that.
too much blood.
yeah. So last question, and I'm done here.
Yes.
Is it permissible to eat meat slaughtered by any member of Ahlul Kitab?
No, has to be a Muslim. Has to be a Muslim.
Ahsant.
Thank you.
No, yeah, no.
Sheikh Ali, thank you.
The majority of the opinion of our fuqaha is that it has to be a Muslim
Fantastic.
saying the Shahada
Fantastic.
and facing the Qibla, and the animal has to face the Qibla.
Blindfolded.
On that note, Sayyidina, any final thoughts around the whole Qurbani kind of campaign and sacrificing for?
If only people knew how much benefits and how much rewards a person who gives away in Qurbani would receive. It's one of the mustahabbat al-mu'akkada.
Wow.
As far as if one person has a limited amount of money, but he wants to include his family members in it, it's enough for them to sacrifice one in the name of the whole family. They can't slaughter or sacrifice an animal for each member of the family if they are well off, and this is recommended. But if they are not, then if the head of the family, he's got 5 or 6 other members, the father and the mother, the grandfather, the grandmother, he can include everyone into that one single Qurbani. So here, our dear brothers and sisters, they've got family back home that are unable to give towards Qurbani, but they want to receive the reward of Qurbani, so they should always include them under one sheep or under one cow. And even if they are deceased, even if they are not alive, the marhumeen, they are also able to receive the rewards and the benefits of the Qurbani. Of course, Qurbani meat can be divided into 3 portions. You keep 1 portion for yourself, you are able to eat from it. 1 portion to the friends and family, and it is recommended to give the 3rd portion to the fuqara of the Muslimin, to the poor members of the Islamic community.
Fantastic.
Thank
We
you
thank
very
you
much.
for your time.
No,
Thank you for your patience as well.
What you're doing is excellent, and inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala encourages our brothers and sisters to give towards Qurbani, and I will inshallah also participate and contribute towards the Qurbani.
God bless you, Sayyidina.
Thank you, Sayyidina.
Before you leave, we'll just give you a quick reminder to the brothers and sisters out there. The campaigns are in full swing. You can see the details on your screen, but do you want to give them a quick reminder?
£20 will give a food package, a meat package for people in Shaam or in Karbala. £190 is for a sheep in Karbala. £110 for a sheep in Afghanistan. And £30 for a goat in Africa. You can go to the website www.imamhusseincharity.com, or you can, do you want to point at the QR code, which is there? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, that QR
There,
code.
got it.
Scan the
Oh, it's
QR
gone.
code.
Yeah, there.
That'll take you straight to our website. Or give us a call, 0203-515-1122, inshallah.
On that note, we're going to go to a very, very small break. When we come back, there is more interesting things to do, some activities.
Really?
So don't go anywhere. And we'll see you in a couple of minutes. But before that, we want to say once again, thank you very much to Sayyid Ali Nawab for his contribution.
Thank you, Sayyid Ali.
And
Thank you.
inshallah, we'll
Jazakumullah
see you
khair.
very,
I
very
would like
soon.
to invite you for some donkey meat, inshallah.
It's makruh. It's makruh. It's makruh. Allow it. All right, we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Thank you.
Our Qurbani represents the devotion of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, who was ready to sacrifice his beloved son for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the reward and blessings they both received from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a result of their submission. The essence of Qurbani is to reaffirm that we must completely submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether it be our wealth, our time, our work, or our home. If we sacrifice what is most dear to us for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just to be closer to Him, we are fulfilling our duty as faithful Muslims. For destitute families, meat is an unaffordable luxury, and so it is a joyous occasion when they can enjoy a Qurbani meal. Your Qurbani is a gesture of kindness, compassion, and sympathy. By donating to Imam Hussein's Charity Qurbani campaign, you are providing these families with a chance to celebrate Eid with the rest of us. Don't miss out on a multiple rewards on Eid al-Adha. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all our Qurbanis and make them a means to draw closer to Him. Ameen. Act now and donate at www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Hussein Charity, you are watching the live fundraising show for the Qurbani campaign. We've had on the show so far Sayyid Ali Nawab, who grilled myself and Sayyid Muhsin. Sayyid Muhsin, say hello. Especially for those viewers who are just joining us now. Myself and Sayyid Muhsin have had a fantastic show so far. First and foremost, by the way, a quick congratulations to Haidar Qazzaz, Hajj Haidar Qazzaz, who won today's competition that was on Instagram Live. If you missed it, unfortunately you missed out. He won a brilliant ring, a Dhul Najaf ring. But keep an eye out on our socials for any more competitions that could be released and announced later, inshallah. We had Sayyid Ali Nawab, who was with us, who gave us a beautiful explanation in terms of the rituals of Hajj. The whole point of why we've had all of this is because of an important cause, Sayyid.
Indeed.
And this cause, as it is ever, all the time, right? This cause is that there are those out there who really need our help. Okay, we want to give them smiles. We want to give them hope. We want to give them a way to be able to get nutritious meals. We want to give them an opportunity for them to have lunch, dinner, a meal that for maybe just one day, just that one day, they don't have to think about struggles. They don't have to think about, you know, what they're going to eat that day. They don't have to think about the calamities and the difficulties that they have to face. Just one day to give them respite, yeah? Provide them with a nutritious meal. They don't even have to worry about anything in that meal having any bad effects on their health, for example, right? A nice, healthy, nutritious meal just for one day is really not much that we're asking for. The details are on your screen, but Sayyid, do you want to go through them?
Yeah, sure. I mean, as you said, Mr. Fadl, that we're here to try and provide meat and small meat packages for those who are in need in Syria, in Africa, Afghanistan, and also in Iraq, in the holy city of Karbala. We are providing meat packs for £20 for the people of Shaam and the people of Karbala, and then £190 for a whole sheep in Karbala, £110 for a whole sheep in Afghanistan, and £30 for a goat in Africa. Inshallah, you guys can go to the website www.imamhusseincharity.com. You can call in 0203 515 1122 into the offices, the charity office, or if you want to call into the live show, 0203 515 0199. Inshallah, would love to hear from you if you're donating, why you're donating, and inshallah you can inspire more and others to donate. I would like to extend my apologies to Sayyid Ali Nawab, just in case he got offended by my my invitation. But inshallah, I'll take him to a very, very nice restaurant if he allows me to. He's smiling.
We're not going to tell you what Sayyid Muhsin said. You're going to have to go back to the show, rewind to see what was said. But we're going to edit it by the time you guys get there anyway. But in any case, our sincere apologies to Sayyid Ali in case he got offended, which I'm sure he didn't. It's all in jest. But carrying on this theme, we're going to welcome onto the stage, the podium. What do we call this? I keep calling it a stage. It is a stage.
This
right?
is the IHC headquarters platform of donations.
Yeah,
inshallah.
we're going to call onto the stage
Fundraising.
a lovely individual who always brings a smile to people's faces whenever you see him on the screen. I'm not sure if he's even ready. But he's also got a challenge for us today, so there's many challenges today,
fantastic.
right? And I want to remind the viewers as well, look, when it comes to giving, you might actually, something that came to my thoughts today that I actually want to share with you. A lot of people see Hajj, the Hajj season, as it's only applicable to those that go. Right? It's such an intense period for them. Even when it comes to Eid al-Adha, we do celebrate Eid al-Adha at home. We do have Salat al-Eid and everything, but it's like, is it really our Eid?
It's an Eid for everyone, for all Muslims, but also, it's quickly to mention, you know, there's Amal to do.
Of course.
From the first of Dhul Hijja all the way, there is Amal. So if you're not there in Mecca, there's still du'as to read, there's other Amal to perform and so forth. And there's this thing of, you know, we have certain holy months, for example, Rajab, Sha'ban, Muharram, you know, where we, you know, direct our attention towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We perform extra amal, we do extra deeds in order to strengthen our bond with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, strengthen our bond with the Ahlul Bayt. And here and right now, we are giving you guys the opportunity to be part of the Qurbani campaign. You know, we're going to do it anyway. It's mustahab to give out meat during Eid al-Adha. So why not give it to those in need? And we've got great packages, they're all on the bottom. But I think you want to invite our guests now, don't you?
No, not just that, because there was one more thought that I wanted to mention to the dear viewers as well. A lot of people recently have lost loved ones. And one of the best things to do is to sacrifice in their name. You know, we always pledge when it comes to majalis and, for example, water wells or prayers, pay for someone to do some prayers on behalf of the deceased. This is a massively, massively important act to do, sacrificing in their names. The Prophet, and let's not shy away from it as well. Look, at the end of the day, the Prophet, it is a sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to sacrifice. Okay? So it's not only applicable to those that are in Hajj, it's applicable to everyone. Right? And everyone does it as a mustahab act. So you can have that opportunity to sacrifice in the name of your marhumin.
Quickly, Sayyid Ali Nawab also mentioned that we sacrifice the name of the marhum, but also the Imam of our time. It's very important to remember the Imam of our time. And inshallah, doing Qurbani for our Imam, for his protection, his health, and inshallah, his reappearance to come as soon as possible.
On that note, the guest of our time, I'm going to welcome onto the stage the lovely Amir Reza. We welcome him with Allah salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Severix, aka Amir Reza, how are you? Hope all is well.
Alhamdulillah.
How's everything been?
It's all right.
The last time you were here, it was Ramadan.
Yes.
How's the last 3-4 months been?
Stressful. Very, very stressful.
Why?
We had the Sheer Voice final.
Okay.
Oh, yes, we did.
That was
No, we had
good.
the
Yeah,
whole
we
campaign.
We had the whole campaign, and then Eid came, obviously.
Yeah?
We had Eid.
Yeah.
We had Majalis.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of eating.
So the charity's been very, very busy, right?
Very busy.
Very busy,
Fantastic.
preparing campaigns, preparing packages,
yes.
and doing a lot that they can in order to help those that are in need. And by the way, they're not in the hundreds, they are in the thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that we try to service on an annual basis.
Millions.
Millions.
Well,
that
millions.
we try to service
Millions.
on an annual basis. Right. So, Amir.
Tell me.
I don't want to call you Amir. Can I call you Severix?
I don't mind. You can
Okay.
call me Severix.
Sevi,
Yes.
you have a challenge for us, but I think before that, there's something else, right? My bad.
I don't know. What, I have a challenge? Okay.
Yeah, you have a challenge.
I have
Sorry,
oh,
there's
I
nothing
have a
wrong with that.
challenge.
Sorry, my bad. So
I have a
just
challenge
went,
for you, you have a challenge
It's
for
really
me.
hot in here.
It's
Okay,
hot.
sometimes my brain just went, okay, cool.
There you go.
No, you have a challenge for us.
Yes.
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 Right?
Yes.
We all have a challenge to
Yes,
do. Okay,
yes.
cool. Explain the challenge for us then.
All right. So I'm assuming it's to do with the table there in the corner that no one can see.
No, they can't see.
Okay,
Let's bring it
I
in.
think it's because it's the Hajj season.
Yes.
We're gonna. I think there is a challenge in regards to the Hajj. What would you call it? The attire.
The attire.
Yeah, the
yes.
attire,
The uniform.
call it
You can
attire.
say.
The uniform,
The
the
uniform.
ihram.
The ihram. This is cloth. What we wear. Our uniform for Hajj, for our spiritual enlightenment, to go, get closer to our deen. It's one of our furu' ad-deen. It's actually very important for us to do. It's part of our lifetime. So you have to do it at least once. So the challenge is, if I'm not mistaken, the producer can tell me off if I'm wrong, but we have 3 ihrams here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we do.
No, that's... Oh, okay, we do.
All right, there you go. So is it 2 pieces or 1 piece?
It's 2 pieces.
2 pieces, okay. So
with chips and a drink. I'm joking.
Okay, so it's 2 pieces, right?
Can I open it from now? Prepare it?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
sure. But we will have 10 seconds, right?
15.
Hold on. Is it all 3 of us?
It's all I think it's all 3 of us. That should be 2 pieces as well.
seconds.
Alright, we're going to open it.
There's 10 seconds, right?
Wait, we have 15 seconds. The producer just shouted in my ear.
Okay, fine, 15 seconds, just
Yeah.
because the producer, I like them very much, and I don't want to get told off. So, the producer said, we have 15 seconds to prepare and wear an ihram. So, I don't know how to, I've been on Hajj Umrah before, by the way.
Yep.
I can't remember, I was like 10 when
Are we ready?
So we have,
one second.
so I'm going to wait for someone on set to get us a countdown ready.
Feels like
And I want us,
the morning of Ashura.
yeah.
Alright.
So, okay, so we have 15 seconds from when I say to wear an ihram. See, that's okay, put it down, put it down. Put it down. You're like this, ready to be Batman. Like I'm gonna wear
Should we all
it.
put it down? Should we put it down?
Everyone put it down. Everyone put it down. Everyone put it
Oh,
down.
we've opened them up. Okay,
Right, so you've opened up already, yeah? So, I'm gonna count down. Right? That's the couple.
All right, I'm in my stance now.
Okay,
let's
okay.
go.
So,
Again.
ready? 3, 2. Right, everyone to know, we're wearing an ihram. That's the competition.
Yeah.
Let me make it clear.
Yeah.
It's the first one to wear ihram in less than 15 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. There's the countdown. Are they doing the countdown? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but done.
No, that's not done.
I didn't tell you. Wait, okay, I need to tell
First of all, yours is all over the floor.
Yeah.
So whose is the best?
Wait, I'm not done. Wait.
Whose is the best?
Wait. I get special guest discount. Give me a second. I get more time.
Time's up.
Okay, so just...
You haven't even timed
First of all,
yours yet.
is it correct? The way we did it. We wrapped one round and then one over the shoulders.
Okay, so hold on. Having a look as the which one is the most for Hajj? Yeah.
Well,
All right, let me tell you. Okay, so basically this.
Yeah.
You tie it like a towel.
Okay.
But what you do after that is you
Roll
flip it over.
Yeah.
Because what happens is you have to secure it.
Secure it. Okay.
It's very important that you secure
Of
the
course.
ihram.
Because bear in mind, when you go for Hajj, you wear nothing but ihram.
Okay, I didn't want to go there, but you have to secure the ihram.
So
you wear nothing but ihram.
there's no Calvin Kleins underneath.
Nothing. You wear nothing
Or
but
actually,
ihram.
yeah, let's get it out to the viewers. Let's vote. Who do you think is the best ihram?
I am in secret a superhero for
Go to
Imam
our
Hussein
Instagram.
Charity.
Go to our Instagram.
At
And
Imam
let
Hussein
us know
Charity.
which is the best ihram. So this is my one. Let's get a full thing. No. Go back to that one. Yeah, let's go back to that one.
He's gonna
one.
catwalk.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is my one. Okay. Right. Let's go.
Oh, you got the Superman.
I am the Imam Hussein Charity superhero. I'm here to fundraise for the orphans. I'm here to support you,
I like that.
dear
I like
viewers. This is who I am here to support. I may not have the best ihram, but
Said
I
Ali,
have
yes.
the best intentions.
Said Ali is back in. Okay, Said Ali.
Ali.
Who has the best
Who's
ihram?
got the best ihram?
Just bear in mind, I got Imam Hussein on my name. So like,
Please respect my hijab policy.
Allah.
Boo.
Okay.
Fix.
You're gonna trip up.
This is my hijab policy.
Okay. So, as mashallah,
That's
Mullah
really
Ali, with his experience of Hajj, has got the best ihram. Have you been to Hajj, Said Mohsen?
No, I haven't.
So,
unfortunately.
neither have I. So, technically, you've got.
Yeah,
like,
I knew what to do straight away.
Yeah. So,
You look
I
like
am
Superman. You just put your hand up as well.
Captain Charity to fundraise for the poor orphans and
So-
people who need our support.
Look,
inshallah.
on a more serious note, Amir Reza,
Should we move
look, you haven't been to Hajj, right?
I've been to Umrah, but
You've been
that
to
was a
Umrah.
long time ago.
So tell us about maybe your Umrah experience and how you can relate this back to kind of the act of giving, if you
So, when I went to Umrah, it was always a very spiritual moment, right? Because obviously it's the first time I went to Medina, right? So I went to the Prophet's grave,
Yeah.
and I went to his shrine. Is it a shrine?
Shrine,
Yeah, I went to his shrine and I did ziyarah there, and mashallah, it was quite, warming, and like, it's like I've been to Karbala for a time, and that's just spiritual uplift. But going to the land where, the lands where like Islam was born, where my foundation comes from.
Yeah.
That's where the Usuluddin started. That's where the Furu'uddin started. That's where you
Yeah.
lot be like, you know what, this is what I have to do.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
when I went to Baghi, I'm like, oh mashallah. Then I went into Mecca. I'm like, that was an eye opener for me. It was an eye opener. I can't believe. I'm like, you know what, this is the house. Bro,
the Kaaba looks amazing.
I went before they did the whole tiered thing, by the way, right? So it was a massive open scene. Massive open scene. You can even there's a photo of me on the balcony with the Kaaba behind me with me and my brother in like a bright yellow vest. It was ugly photo of me, but mashallah, the sight of Mecca is beautiful.
The Kaaba itself.
The Kaaba itself is beautiful. And I did see the crack where Imam Ali, they tried to hide it. They tried to hide it. They flopped. But it's there, obviously. I'm like, that's
very
my first
clear.
Imam. Very clear, beautiful.
Beautiful.
And then also, there's this bit in the corner of the Kaaba where there's the stone, where it's black now, right?
Yeah.
I managed to put my head in that stone because obviously it's in there. I was there for a good minute. There were people fighting me for it, but I was there. I was like, it was enlightening. It was beautiful. But then my dad told me off because I bit my nails a bit and had to sacrifice like a sheep for that. So for every time you break your ihram, you have to sacrifice a sheep, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I bit my nails a few times. Like there's like 2-3 sheep there, or like. So sacrificing was very important there as well.
On that note, we know that Amir, his father, did pass away, and so you're talking about your memories with your father, which is absolutely fantastic. So we'd love for the audience out there to read a Surah Al-Fatiha for Amir's father and all the marhumin of the dear viewers. But before it, allow salawat ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
On that note, number one, your generous donations have been received and absolutely appreciated. Thank you very, very much for those that contributed. For those that are still like, oh, you know what, I don't really know. Look, I don't really want to give you too many reasons. You know what the reason is to be able to donate. If it's, for example, your marhumin, if it's for Sahib al-Asri wa Zaman, Imam al-Mahdi, Ajjallahu ta'ala Farajahu Sharif, but you know that there are people out there that rely on your help. So today, right here, right now, we're asking you to contribute what little that you have in the way of Islam and in the way of helping orphans, widows, those that are desperately in need, those that don't have the means to have a nutritious meal. I'm sure that every single one of us on Eid al-Adha are going to sit with our families, inshallah, and sit with our loved ones, sit with those who matter to us, and we're going to have a meal, have a nutritious meal. We're not even going to think about if it's going to be nutritious, if it's going to be poisonous to us, or if it's going to be having a detrimental effect on my health. What we're only going to be thinking about is having a great time with our family. And we want to share that with those that are in need. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who do not have access to nutritious meat, by the way, right? And the Prophet was saying that the only way that I would eat is only on Dhul Hijja, and specifically the Hajj season, because he knows everyone is going to eat with him. Right? It's a feast.
Yeah.
Let everyone join in that feast, brothers and sisters, by contributing what little that you have. And that little I have is £20, £110, £30. They are specific campaigns. You can read the ticker faster than I can tell you, but just go onto the QR code, wherever it's here, well, I don't, it's there, right? The QR code to get all the details and donate, because it's very, very important. And also, we want to speak to you. So we do have a limited time left on this show, but we do want to speak to you. So pick up the phone. The numbers are on your screen.
0203 515 1122. Again, that's 0203 515 1122.
And
yes.
if it's for the studio?
That is the studio.
0203 515 0199 if you want to go through the studio.
They both work, but all of them work. All of them work.
And if you want to go
to
the charity office desk, 0203 515 1122. Alternatively, visit the website www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Or the QR code over there by Mohsen. And because of Mullah, before you speak, you've inspired me.
Have I?
You have.
Bismillah.
May Allah bless my father's soul.
Yes.
And in the name of my father, I will get a goat in Africa.
Hello.
South Africa.
Well, it's part of Africa, right?
Africa. Yeah.
All of Africa. So I'm going to donate, and hopefully I can inspire. I'm doing this because obviously it's my duty as a Muslim to sacrifice. Fantastic. So I will sacrifice £30 for a goat in Africa, and hopefully inspire all of you, dear viewers, to donate. Someone at the back, take £30 out of my wallet. Put it in the,
fantastic,
send it to IC in Africa.
We're going to allow salawat ala Muhammad Be part of the excitement, brothers and sisters. Giving. Look, what was the feeling of just giving? Just there.
Oh, you know what? I'm excited. Someone's getting a goat.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's that simple. It's that simple.
It really is that simple.
Someone is getting a goat. Imagine, like, you go home, you sit down.
Not one person, by the way.
You feed a lot of people.
10 people, 15 people, maybe even 20 people.
A lot.
Like, when you go home, and like, you had a long day at work, you sit down and you have a family meal, right? Or when you get invited to your parents' house, you have a whole family meal. You sit there and you be like, oh my God, there's food. And they bring like, there's a plate of rice. You be like, mashallah, I can't wait for rice. And then they bring the chicken and the meat and the curry and the yogurt. And you're like, oh my, you love it. I get inspired when I see food, by the way. I'm a foodie, by the way. I love food. So like,
who doesn't?
Yeah, like who doesn't? So when I'm sacrificing a goat, that's going to be a banging goat stew or whatever you can have.
Curry goat, if you're there.
Goat curry bangs. Mohsen always gets me goat curry, but
it's called curry goat.
Bangs, yeah, that. But it bangs. It's nice. It's really nice. And you know what? People love food, right? All we do is eat. If you look at half social media, it's all food. Or look at this food. The first thing you do, go to a restaurant, you snap your food. So you know what? Giving food and eating is important, right? The whole of Ramadan, we fundraising while we were fasting. So food was really important. So, sacrifice, feed people. And how many people during Ramadan do we say, malnourished, don't have enough food? Fantastic. So many orphans don't have parents at home to cook for them. So many people don't have the opportunity to, go out.
They can't even afford meat.
They can't afford it.
And this is the Eid al-Adha is all about Qurbani. It's all about sacrificing a lamb, a sheep, a goat.
Let me give you some facts to get this kind of
glasses are on. That's it.
Glasses are on.
Serious.
Let me get this fact to get this closer to home to you, right? So 45% of deaths among children under the age of 5 are linked to malnutrition. That's 3.1 million children each year.
Allah.
3.1 million children each year. From 2019 to 2022, the number of malnourished people grew by as many as 150 million.
Wow.
150 million.
That's a lot.
In 2021, nearly 70% of people facing crisis levels of hunger were living in countries including Afghanistan, Shaam, and Africa. And those are the 3 places that we are fundraising for.
Of course.
Right? We're going to do as much as we can. By the way, you can see on your screens, this is the actual project being done. Right? These are the projects being done. These are the packages being put in their bags for them to take to those that are in need. Yeah? 815 million people worldwide don't have enough food to eat.
815 million.
Yeah, that's 10% of the world's population.
How?
10% of the world's population.
10.
And we're trying to give £20, £190, £300.
That's more than like America, UK,
That's what I'm
Europe
saying,
combined.
right?
Yeah.
66, this is what hurts, 66 million primary school age children attend classes hungry across developing countries. And we want to change that, brothers and sisters. And look, you might be thinking, you might be thinking, you might be thinking that this small charity, big charity, you know, we've heard this many, many times before, right? Give us money, give us money. You're not giving, number one, you're not giving us money. You're giving money to those that are in need. Number two, genuinely, what is £30? What is £100? What is £190? If you can actually bring, and I would love for it, I don't know if we can do this or not, but I would love for you to see the smile on the child when that donation is given in your name, and you tell the child, for example, Mr. Hassan Hadi, this is your contribution to this child, and you see the smile. How happy would that make you feel? Genuinely, how happy would that make you feel?
If you remember, during Ramadan, we had the Du'as Come True campaign,
Yeah.
and you saw those kids. You gave them a
Yeah,
gift.
yeah,
You
yeah,
gave them one toy.
Yes.
Their face lit up. Imagine
What was the smiles like? What was that
It
feeling
was,
like?
you know what? It's hard to
It's like
explain.
that. It's like
Yeah.
that. It's like that smile.
It's so
Heartwarming.
heartwarming, so comforting. It's, you know what it is? It's the best word I can say is contagious, because
Ooh.
you see this child who's probably had a miserable life.
Yeah.
They've lost their parents and so forth, and finally you've given them something. You've given them a chance to be a child, to play with the toy, and their eyes light up, and it's a really, really heartwarming feeling. And you know, inshallah, I wish everyone could give you know, orphans toys, and you know, can help with our campaigns to bring smiles on the faces of the people that we're trying to help.
It's saying, I think it's 14.63% of children, children in Africa are also malnutritioned as well.
Wow.
So I mean, there are loads and loads of statistics that I can throw at you, right? Genuinely loads of statistics. But again, does it move you to go into your pocket, go into your phone?
I've got another inspiration.
Go on then.
I've got another inspiration. So we said, in the name of your marhumin, right? Sacrifice in the name of them. Sacrifice in the name of your loved ones, the people, in the name of your religion, you know, in the name of many occasions. Now today
Inshallah.
is a special day.
Indeed.
Not many people know this. Today is basically Valentine's Day, but in our Islamic world. Because
Islamic
today there's a rawaya that says, correct me if I'm wrong, and Sayyid Ali's in the back, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
He said it, yeah, it's correct.
Today is the day where Imam Ali alayhi salam and Sayyidah Fatima Zahra alayhi salam got married.
Yes.
So this is like our Shia Valentine's Day.
Right.
So today is the day.
That Stanmore Mosque is packed. Everyone is getting the niqah done. There's probably about 10 couples.
Is it today?
Yeah.
It's today.
Everyone comes to the mosque, and all the couples, and they get the niqah done.
So
one by one. There's the-
why don't you, in the name of your first Imam, the name of your Ma'soom, in addition to Imam Mahdi,
Allah hates his reappearance.
why don't you donate in the name of them?
Yeah.
Right? Or
And
maybe
actually, by the way, we know many stories of Fatima Zahra alayhi salam
Salam alayha.
donating her dress,
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
wedding dress,
What was it? Was the necklace or the pearl? Or
her
something?
necklace, pearl. You know, Imam Ali alayhi salam donated everything. The
pomegranates
Prophet
from heaven.
actually made a feast, but that feast he gave to the poor people. So there are many, many different examples that we can give you of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam providing for their local communities. We're asking you to do the same. Okay, brothers and sisters, we're asking you to do the same by providing whatever small thing that you can, contributing it so that those in need, those who are in poverty, those that genuinely need your assistance can receive it.
inspired by our first Imam, inspired by their marriage, and maybe towards your marriage, would you like to donate? Mullah.
Mine.
You, yes. Yes, it's Valentine's Day.
It
for
is
us
Valentine's
Muslims.
Day. Yeah.
Yes, for us Shias. Why don't you?
No, but you have to choose, pick one. I can't have two.
So pick one.
Other Valentine's Day. Not today.
So why don't we donate in the name of our Imam, right? In the name of our Ma'soom, you know.
In the name of our wives, if you're married.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look, in any case, the details are on your screen. You can donate by going £20,
Yep.
£30,
The next one will be £110.
£110,
and
and
£190.
£190,
Inshallah.
right?
Yes.
For
QR
a
code.
Go Sheep package, there's a QR code. There's a lot of details. We're going to go on a very, very small break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up today's exciting show, and then we're going to ask for your du'as. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Our Qurbani represents the devotion of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, who was ready to sacrifice his beloved son for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the reward and blessings they both received from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a result of their submission. The essence of Qurbani is to reaffirm that we must completely submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether it be our wealth, our time, our work, or our home. If we sacrifice what is most dear to us for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just to be closer to Him, we are fulfilling our duty as faithful Muslims. For destitute families, meat is an unaffordable luxury, and so it is a joyous occasion when they can enjoy a Qurbani meal. Your Qurbani is a gesture of kindness, compassion, and sympathy. By donating to Imam Hussein's Charity Qurbani campaign, you are providing these families with a chance to celebrate Eid with the rest of us. Don't miss out on a multiple rewards on Eid al-Adha. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all our Qurbanis and make them a means to draw closer to Him. Ameen. Act now and donate at www.imamhusseincharity.com.
Welcome back to Imam Hussein Charity's special fundraising show in honor of the Qurbani campaign. Today is the 1st of Dhul Hijja. Yeah, I don't know what it is in June. It's the 20th of June, but it's the 1st of Dhul Hijja, the last month of the Islamic calendar, which means next month is Muharram, and we're preparing for Muharram as well. And so watch out for some campaigns that we have on the next couple of weeks. There are some very, very special campaigns in preparation for Muharram, especially giving and giving back in Muharram. But now we're focusing on Dhul Hijja. There are so many amazing things that happen in this month, right? Not only is it the Hajj season, where millions of people go towards the holy cities of Mecca and Medina for ziyarah, but Mecca is to perform their Hajj ritual and their Hajj pilgrimage. As part of that pilgrimage, there is one thing that happens, and that's a sacrifice. And I mentioned at the top of the show that sacrifice is one of the main rituals of the Hajj pilgrimage, and we all have to sacrifice. Every one of us will sacrifice something in our lives, and we want to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by sacrificing. We're asking you to sacrifice what little that you have, £20, £30, £110, £190. You sacrifice a little for a massive, massive cause, and that cause is those that are in need. You were mentioning, Amir, off-air, Sevi, in terms of, what impact the donation has. We go out with our families, we spend £100, £200 easy on a meal. Easy. But what would that do for a family?
So I go out for one meal for myself, I spend £30, right?
Yeah.
I get myself a nice burger, chips, drink, whatever, and I'm enjoying myself, I'm feasting, right? But it's just for one meal. I donated £30 for a goat in Africa. And we said that feeds up to 20 people.
Yes, it can do, yes, easy.
That's crazy.
Easy.
So here we go out, like if you go out with your family, you got 5, 6 people in your family, you go out for a meal, how much it costs minimum? 100?
Don't ask me.
100, 150 quid?
It hurts the pocket.
With 150 quid, you can feed like, imagine that's a massive sufra from like here to like the end of the street.
I mean,
like
30, what's that, 5 goats?
That's 5 goats.
5 goats is enough for over a village.
For a village?
You feed the whole village.
5 goats. That's a mad long sufra, you feed everyone. You get everyone smiling, and you are reducing the statistics. So Mullah Ali was giving statistics about, how many malnourished children, how many people...
14.36%.
That's a lot. A lot of people go hungry. A lot of people die from hunger. Like for us, food is a commodity. We go buy food from anywhere on the street. There's a million chicken shops that we can buy, a million, restaurants. We can get all these fancy curries. You get butter chicken, you get goat curry, you get this curry, korma, steak, everything. Well, they don't have none of that. Yeah. They have nothing to feed. Parents are scared for their kids because they don't know what they're going to offer them for breakfast or for lunch or for dinner. They don't know what they're going to offer them for, tomorrow's meal. Or like you said there's primary student children who go to school hungry. Imagine waking up. What's the first thing you do? You go grab breakfast. You make yourself cereal. You make yourself porridge, milk, anything. They have none of that. No. They don't get any food. They don't get any nutrition. They get nothing. That's why it's called malnutritious. They don't have nutrients because they don't eat. They don't have the opportunity or the access to this. So by donating, by giving, by sacrificing a little that you have, bear in mind, it's very, very little.
Yeah.
If you sacrifice the belly, you're giving them a lot. The proportions is crazy. You sacrifice like this much here, like down here, and you're giving them this much up there. You can't scale it.
I want to ask you, what do you say to those who say, you know what, £190 is quite a lot? You mean, is there any other ways to raise the money?
Oh, you can. I guarantee you now, like I did Ramadan, I'll do it again. All of you have group chats.
Yes.
All of you have got friends and family. £19. Get 10 of you in a group chat, right?
There you go.
You
20
got,
quid each.
you have a five-a-side, like a football group chat, right?
I'm
like
sorry, I don't do football anymore.
You do though, but you do, yes?
I have a football group.
How many in your group
I have
chat?
a cricket group as well.
There you go. So, there's like, you pay five-a-side, that's at least 10 people in a group chat. You tell them everyone £19 each.
I've got an Arba'een group.
There you go.
And how many in your Arba'een group?
20.
20.
There you go.
If all of them give £1,
That's
you can
one
feed
meal
them.
pack.
You can feed meat in Karbala.
That's brilliant.
That's £1 each.
genuinely is
£1.
brilliant.
You should, by the way, when I wake up every morning, I put sadaqah, right? I've got a sadaqah box next to my door and a jar of change to put sadaqah in.
Yeah.
I've got a pre-sadaqah box and a sadaqah box.
Yeah,
Free sadaqah.
Because obviously we're in a world we don't have change, right? So
Yeah.
I always make sure I have change aside for sadaqah. So I put at least £1 a day to sadaqah, at least. Like no matter how much I make, it's how much I can give, and I'll give £1 a day. So if you give £1, when's Eid? Eid's in like next week,
10
right?
days.
10 days. If you put £2 a day for next week, you've done it.
And if it's £3,
£3, you can feed a goat in Africa. I love goats, by the way. I think if you have noticed, I love my goats.
Yeah.
So you know what? Give a goat 30 quid. 30 quid is what? Not even. It's an outing.
Let's brilliant stuff. Sevi, Muhsin, Sayyid Muhsin, any last words?
I just want to say, you guys have not seen happiness until you've put a lamb's head in front of an Iraqi, cooked. You should see the smile on their face. Everyone will fight. They will fight over this. I'm not even joking. Pacha is one of the most famous delicacies in Iraq. Brothers,
Muhsin, I said last words. Make it, please.
I'm telling you, if you donate just the lamb's head, these guys will smile. But imagine giving a whole lamb, a whole sheep. These guys will go absolutely crazy. Guzi on the menu for everyone.
Fantastic.
Brothers and sisters, please donate 0203-515-0199. QR code is over here somewhere.
Yeah. On that
open
note,
your wallets, pay up. And inshallah, we'll have a fat barbecue.
I want to thank Sayyid Muhsin before he keeps going. Sayyid Muhsin, thank you very much for your time. Of course, Amir Reza, aka Severix, thank you very, very much for your time. And I want to say one last thing. It is the Hajj season, so this is very, very relevant. The Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was ordered to make a call, and that call was Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. Now when he stood in front of the masses, there was no one in front of him, but he still made that call. He answered the call of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? When he made that call was received by all of the believing men and women, those Muslims that congregate and circle around the Kaaba every single year, answering the call of whom? Answering the call of Nabi Ibrahim. Now, we know that Imam Hussein alayhi salam is the inheritor of the prophets. Imam Hussein alayhi salam is the inheritor of the prophets. He is the inheritor of Nabi Ibrahim because he also made a call. He stood amongst the masses in the sands of Karbala, and he made a call to those that are in front of him. But those who ask the question, did he make that call to those that are in front of him only? No, because that call, the same call that Nabi Ibrahim made, transcended time and space. Imam Hussein alayhi salam made that call and transcended time and space to reach us today. And that call is Labbaik Ya Hussein. And we want to say to you, oh dear viewers of Imam Hussein Charity, that those people out there that we are contributing to, they also say Labbaik Ya Hussein. They're also responding to the call. They have a willingness, a will to submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have that will to submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and answer the call of Imam al-Hussein, similar to how the Nabi Ibrahim answered his call. We're asking you to answer the call of those that are in need. Those that are in need, who need nutritious meals, need the basic necessities to have a contentful life. Not just a happy life, just a contentful life. So we call on you, brothers and sisters. Thank you very much for your contributions in this episode. We'll let you know when we're on live next, inshallah. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Sayyid Muhsin, Amir Reza, thank you very much once again. And I bid you farewell. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أحسنتم الله
أحسنت.
ما شاء الله
Our Qurbani represents the devotion of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, who was ready to sacrifice his beloved son for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the reward and blessing